The much anticipated Black Panther Wakanda Forever came out this weekend. How'd it do?
Fantastic. In fact, it was it beat the projections. Everyone was hoping it was going to do 175 to 200. It ended up doing a little over 180, which everyone in Hollywood loves to play that comparison game, looking at weekend box office, holiday box office, year-to-date growth, domestic versus international, and at that rate, Wakanda is well on its way to doing over $900 million. Probably becomes a billion-dollar franchise. I mean, if you look at Doctor Strange, which was another Marvel movie, that debuted at 187, and it peaked at just under $1 billion. Top Gun, actually, the Maverick movie, it opened with 126. That was its opening weekend, and it's of course done, well over $1 billion worldwide. That is. So they always, have to look at Top Gun came out on a holiday weekend, so there was more competition. That's the biggest problem for Wakanda is it's out now.
There's really no competition right now.
Not right now, but there's a lot of
there's
strong movies coming.
Yeah.
So
what have the reviews and responses been?
It seems to be pretty positive. I mean, I think people are, they were a little worried that without the star, Chadwick Boseman, that this ensemble cast wasn't going to carry the movie through. I mean, you have to give credit to the folks at Marvel who really are, killing it when it comes to putting out these movies and hitting the right tone. They responded well. They put together a good. I haven't seen it, but they clearly have put together a good action flick because it's filling the seats.
Yeah, and it did totally crush Black Adam, right?
Yeah, but that's been the Marvel, Disney, DC, Warner battle. It really hasn't been a battle. It's been a one-sided battle. Marvel has just been destroying DC. DC just hasn't quite ever really captured. In the totality that Marvel hasn't captured the audiences. The Batman,
why do you
always
think
strong.
It hasn't, opposed to Marvel?
As a kid, I was a Marvel fan. I
Okay.
hated DC Comics, so I'm just gonna say Marvel. Marvel characters are better.
So, are there more Marvel fans out there than?
I don't know the statistics on it. I think it's pretty close.
Okay.
It was always as a kid, it was a thing. You were a Marvel guy or you were a DC person. Marvel, you can't give the credit to Disney. You should give some credit because it started before Disney, and they were farming out their characters to different studios. But you do have to give a certain amount of credit to Disney because they know what they're doing. They know this consumer brand business. They know how to package it all, and they clearly have a great producing team. Now, there's new management at Warner and DC in particular. Everyone's eyes are on them. But can they do it? They're going to have to find a different kind of space in there because Marvel kind of owns the action hero space right now, and everyone knows the DC characters. Everyone knows the classic characters. So how do you take those characters, put them into a film, they call it the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and create this sort of life that exists beyond the individual characters, that each movie sort of ties into one another, and that's what Marvel has done so fantastically. DC hasn't quite pulled that off yet.
And DC recently changed leadership. Do you think that will kind of steer them in a new direction that could have them better compete with Marvel?
Everyone is, that's clearly why the change was made, and everyone is looking to that. It's kind of, let's look back at you mentioned Ryan Murphy. He signed the biggest deal in the streaming business, $300 million deal, if everything went perfectly according to plan, which it didn't because the first couple of shows really didn't hit. And then now he's got two big hits in Dahmer and The Watcher. Everyone was sitting there the whole time going, they wasted their money on Ryan Murphy. And what was Ryan Murphy thinking? He probably was just putting his head down and saying, let's just keep making the shows that we know.
Let's get to Dahmer and The Watcher, yeah.
So I'm sure the new management at DC is doing the same thing. And you got to shut out the noise and you just got to focus. It's a business of instinct. And the top executives in this business, Barry Diller used to call it the golden guts. Same in music, same in television. So you just know. You just know what the fans will want. Let's hope they have it.
Seems like Marvel has more golden guts
than
DC.
They certainly have.
But last week we talked overall about the box office bombing tremendously in October. It hit a 21-year low. But the domestic box office grossed this past weekend $208 million, which is almost double this time last year when it grossed $109 million. Do you think that this is a sign, hey, the box office is back, or that Black Panther was more of an event that people wanted to go to?
Probably both. I think that is all Black Panther right there. Like that is 180 of that, 183 of that was Black Panther. I mean, that was a highly anticipated
huge
movie. That was, everyone knew that this month when it came out was going to destroy whatever came out last October. It didn't matter.
I'd be shaking if I was like Ticket to Paradise or Black Adam.
Yeah. But box office is back. It's not rebounded back in any incredible way, but it's back and it's strong. And again, the entire industry is looking at the fourth quarter where we have a string of hot movies coming out, including Avatar, including the new Spielberg movie that's coming out Thanksgiving. I think this year's box office is going to put everybody in a good mood this holiday season.
Good. Well, we have 6 weeks left. Hopefully they're all hit after hit because I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, let's go to the movies.
Of course. Rob LaFranco, thank you so much.
My pleasure.